The best way to put your back out when you're grooming dogs is to do this. Right, is to lean forward for a dog, whether that be over the table, over the bath. What you need to do is stand straight. And there's lots of other ways to put your back out, but the best way is actually doing what I've just said, leaning in to a table. I'll show you on my table in a minute and the table in there. But by doing that, leaning, whether you're drying the dog, grooming the dog, bathing the dog, whatever, it's going to be a gradual build up with your back till one day it goes bang. And you can actually think, what has caused, why is my back gone? What's happened? Compared to getting a big dog in, I'm really struggling to get the dog on the table or in the bath, and a day or 2 days later you'll go, God, my back's killing. But I know why, because I did that big dog. That is why it is the best way. Now, I do have a relationship with Amazon, and if you shop through any of the links in the video description below, I will get a commission at no extra cost to you. I will put all my equipment I use for dog grooming in the video description. But by using a belly strap, that is going to help from you leaning over the table. By using a H frame on the table, but using it properly, which is what I'm going to show you now. Using it properly will help stop the dog moving. This one, I bought 2 of these. I've already got one black one, which I've been using on that table and taking it through. So I've got a drying and bathing area in there. £8.19 to restrain the dog. What more do you want for £8.19? Right, I'll show you how to use this to stop your dog moving on the table. Right, my electric table. Hopefully the dog won't get on it, so I can actually show you. Oh no, it's coming again. The idea of this H frame, which doesn't look like a H frame normally has a little bit sticking out each end, what looks like the shape of a H, is to go up and down. So if you've got a bigger dog, you'll have the bar higher. That's probably about the right height for my dog. I'm talking about best way to put your back out. So have the H frame at the right height for a bigger dog. And then neck strap. He's going to come on actually. Come on. Go on, you can get up. Go on, I'm not lifting you. We're doing a back video. That's it. Dog's on. Good boy. Neck strap, Buzzy. Neck strap on. Now the belly strap. It's got all the little adjustments. Good boy. On there. That bit is going to get clipped on there. Let's put the table up. Buzzy, stand up. Okay, my dog's well behaved, but he does still actually have a belly strap on because he likes to sit down. Now that has restrained the dog. It's not actually dead tight because he's not dead or not really awkward. Now the dog is at the right height to work from. He's in the centre of the table or closer to me. So when I do anything, I've not got to lean in or pull the dog towards me. You're basically going to be working like that all the time. It's worse when you're drying a dog. If you are bending in to the dog for 20 minutes, half an hour, that is what's going to kill your back. Best way to put your back out, grooming dogs. Now, if he was going to start walking backwards, I would tighten this somehow, probably. Good boy. He's doing it now, walking backwards. Dogs do that naturally. Bring this round and use one of the other clips further down. So again, it's more secure. It's not dead tight, that. There, and again, it's got him in the same position. You've obviously got to bend over to do it, but it's if you're bending over for a long period of time without realising. So that's what your belly strap's for. But what I have seen, I don't go looking for them, they keep appearing. It's these videos where the H frame is at the max, they have the longest belly strap possible, the longest neck strap, and now the dog is almost on a swing. So now they're using a groomer's helper or something to attach the dog to the side of the H frame, when all you need to do is bring that down. If I had a spaniel on there, come on off. Pussy. If I had a smaller dog next after him, good boy, I would bring this H frame down for a spaniel, which would probably come about there. Good boy. So now if my next dog was a spaniel, I've brought the bar down, and again, I've not got too much space here, enough to be able to work if I need to clip the dog's back. But the dog, the frame is not up here, so the dog, I mean, my strap would not even go that long. That is a long enough strap as it is. But I've seen somewhat like double the length of that. And then the dog starts spinning. Now, if you do have a dog what is that awkward, when you've brought the bar down, you've got the dog secure, what are you doing the dog for? You know, that is actually another way, another best way to put your back out by a dog being so awkward. There's so many nice normal dogs. You don't need to do the dog. You know, who else is going to do the dog? Not you. You do not need to do it. You can groom dogs and actually be pain-free by having things set up properly, and we're not taking the dogs what are going to have a meltdown, but having your table set up right and the right things on it will help, so that you don't create the best, you know, so you're not doing the best thing to make your back bad. That electric table, I would give it, it is very, very good. Very good. Better than my drying table, but my drying table still has a H frame where the bar can be moved down to suit the dog, what's coming in. And will give the dog less room to move once it's on the table. I'll tell you what I have done in there, where I bath and dry the dogs. Also, because the H frame in there, I can move it. It's off my other table at home. So what I've actually done is brought the H frame further forward towards the table, rather than putting the H frame in the centre. Further forward, so when the dog steps back, it's now in the middle of the table. It's not further. All dogs step back or they try and turn around. That's something to have a think about if you do have awkward dogs, or even stand them as far forward on the front of the table. They're not going to fall off, and if you're stood there, you know, you can put them back on. You don't leave a dog on a table anyway. They're not likely to slip off, but either way, they've got something secure in them. That's my bit on that. Links below to everything I use. But yeah, best way to put your back out is actually drying dogs. Drying dogs what are against the wall. That is the best way possible.